Welcome you all in SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is SST Edupedia. I'm Shagun Tiwari. Today we'll start with the SYBSc CS, and for course is software engineering, and today we'll discuss the process model part 2. Part 1 we already discussed in previous video. So today we'll start with the next part. So in last module, last part of the video, we'll discuss about the incremental models. Okay, so now we'll start with the evolutionary process models in this video. So these models produces by increasingly more complete version of the software with each iterations. Means every phase here will be iterative in nature. Okay, when when we can use these models are nothing but in case of the tightly market deadlines or well-defined system requirements and the no details about the system definitions, then we can use these kinds of evolutionary models. There are too many models about in evolutionary model. The first model and the first type of the evolutionary model is nothing but the prototyping model. So the prototype is a partially developed product that enables the customer and the developer to examine some aspects of the proposed system and decide if it is suitable or appropriate for the finished product or not. Okay, so here it starts with the what is known about the requirement. So first step is nothing but the requirement. It will take all the requirements from the customer, and on the basis of that it will do the quick designing. Okay, designing of the requirements. Then it will build a prototype by focusing on what will be the seen by the user as per this user's perspective. It will design a prototype. Okay, and after that it will use the prototype to show the user and help the refining requirements. Okay, so here is nothing but a structured form of the prototyping model. So we'll start with the communication. So the first phase is nothing but the communication. Then it will do the quick plan on the basis of communication, then the quick model design, and after that it will here the constructions of the prototype will happen, and then deployment and delivery, and it will take the feedback in the last stage. And these all, as you can see in the diagram, these all are nothing but the iterative in nature. Okay, so here are some drawbacks of the prototyping model. Here customer sees what appears to be working version of the software and presume that it is a final things. Okay, means a customer does not get idea about is it a final model or not. Then the developer often makes the implementation compromises in order to get a prototype working quickly. So the only advantage of the prototype is nothing but the actual software is engineered with an eye towards the quality. So quality will be nothing but the main factor for designing in case of the prototyping model. Now the next model is nothing but the spiral model. It couples the iterative nature of the prototyping with the control and the systematic aspects of the waterfall model processes. So this is nothing but inspired by both the prototyping model and the waterfall model. Okay, it basically adapts the complete life cycles from these two models, and the process is represented as the spiral rather than as the sequence activities and with the backtracking. So here backtracking and iterative nature is there in case of the spiral models. So each loop in the spiral represent the phase in the process. Okay, in the process of the spiral model. So no fixed phases such as specification or the design. So the loop in the spiral are chosen depending upon what is required. So as per the requirement basis, this everything is designed over here. So here is nothing but a diagrammatic form of the spiral model. As you can see, it starts with the communications phase and then it's going to the planning, and in the case of the planning phase, estimation, scheduling, risk analysis is happening in case of the planning. Then it will come to the modeling, and here it will first model, analyze, and then designing phase is there. And after that, in case of constructions, so it will code and test. It will prepare code for the as per the requirement, and then it will test that code. And in case of deployment, two things are there: delivery and the feedback. So in delivery phase, it will deliver the project to the customer, and it will take the feedback from there. So this is nothing but the spiral model. So spiral model strengths is, we'll discuss the what are the strengths of spiral model. So basically spiral model focus on the attention on the reuse options, so we can reuse the product, and it focus attention on the early error eliminations, since here in each and every phase verification happens. So focusing on the if any error is there, we can focus on that, and it will put the quality objective upfront, and here it integrates the development and maintenance and provide a framework for the hardware and software development. After that, drawback of the spiral model. So it may be difficult to convince customers that the evolutionary approach is controllable. But in some cases, if error keeps on going, then in that case controlling an error becomes horrible. So it demands the risk assessment expertise and relies on this expertise for the success. So here only experts can do the spiral model well. If a major risk is uncovered or managed, the problems will occur in case of the spiral model. After that, when we can use the spiral model, so when the creation of the prototype is appropriate, then we can use the spiral model. Then the cost and the risk evaluation is important. If in any project, if the cost and the risk is important, then we can do the evaluations. After that, for medium and high risk project, because here in each and every phase we do the verification and risk analysis. So in any case which is or in any project which is large or medium in size, we can use the spiral model. Okay, so long term project commitment unvoiced because the potential changes to economic priorities. So as per the economic priorities, we can change in the project, and we can do more efficiently. So the user are unsure of their needs. If users don't know what they need, so a spiral model is good. Then if the requirements are complex, so we can do these things step by step. That's why spiral model is good. And after that, new product lines, if we are using any new product lines which we are not aware before this, then we can use the spiral model. After that, in the significant changes are expected. If we wants to do any changes at the end of the model, at the end of the ready product, then we can use the spiral model. Thank you.